It's the game that everybody's been waiting for, and you can see the crowd over the course of the day fill up right there. It's the 4A Boys State Championship game between Blytheville and Magnolia. It's the final game of championship weekend here in Hot Springs. Hello everyone, I'm RJ Hawk along with Bobby Swafford here at Bank OZK Arena. And Bobby, look at this. Look at this crowd. It's a sold-out crowd. The AAA has come to us right before this ball game and said 6,500 is the capacity, and every seat in the house is taken for this Class 4A state championship game. And Bobby, I tell you what, this is we've talked about it since Friday, or I guess Thursday when we started doing these ball games. It's here, and I don't think anybody is. There's not a seat around it. Yeah. People are going, okay, after what we just saw, we got to have another good one like that.
There's still a few hundred people milling around trying to find where they're going to sit. And traditionally, the last 4 or 5 years, RJ, the 4A state championship on the boys' side has been the best game of the weekend. Magnolia's been involved in a few of those. And now the Panthers and their entire community is here tonight. It's going to be a dandy, and it's going to be loud.
Well, you know, we saw a Razorback commitment in the last game. In the girls' 4A game. Well, you got another Razorback commitment in the boys' 4A game with Darion Ford, the senior. I mean, we saw him, 4 years ago as a freshman win a state championship, right. and he was impressive then. Fast forward now, he's even better.
Yeah, he's looking for his third state championship, and he's the reason the Magnolia Panthers are here, not because of everything that he did all season, but also what he did in the semifinals. Knocked down a three-pointer with 5 seconds left to take down Little Rock Mills. Magnolia's here because of Darion Ford. Keep an eye on number 20. He can do it all. He's an SEC player, as you mentioned. He's signed, sealed, and delivered for Eric Musselman and the Razorbacks, and you'll find out why.
Well, for the Blytheville Chickasaws, everything runs through Rashad Marshall. 21 points, 11 rebounds per game. He also includes 3 blocks per game.
Yeah, 6'9", the junior. He's got an offer from Ole Miss. He's a big-time player, and Magnolia doesn't really have the size to match up with him on the interior. So for Rashad Marshall, 25 in maroon tonight. If he gets his game going, they start pounding it inside. Magnolia's going to have to find ways, maybe be creative, and trying to slow down Marshall.
So you look at the Chickasaws. They come out with their maroon uniforms with trimmed and clad white, while the Magnolia Panthers, they've got their all-white uniforms with red numerals trimmed in black. This is going to be a fun ball game to call here in Class 4A. And, Bobby, think about this whole weekend of ball games. You know, we started on Thursday, and now we're wrapping up here at 7:45 on a Saturday. It's just been a great weekend of basketball.
It always is. It's always the best weekend of the year if you're a basketball fan in Arkansas. But you look at how Blytheville got here. They won 18 straight heading into the postseason, but they lost their first game in the district tournament. They were the number 3 seed going into the regional tournament, and they run roughshod essentially through Northwest Arkansas. They take down Farmington. They took down Blytheville, and now they're here in the state championship game. And they were coasting, had to hit the reset button. But the other side, well, Magnolia's been in cruise control all year long. 22 wins this year by the Panthers by 20 points or more. Average margin of victory, 29.9 points a game.
Yeah, no, you're exactly right. And, you know, what did I see? 22 wins of 20 or more? I mean, that's just crazy town.
And they're not playing, just nobodies.
Yeah.
They take down like Hamilton, who's a 5A semifinalist. Little Rock Parkview. And, oh, by the way, Mills, who a lot of people thought might be the de facto state championship game. They beat them 59-56, their closest game of the season last week. But Blytheville, they're going to have something to say about this. And the guy we're going to see toss it up in the middle, Rashad Marshall. If he's on, this could be a real good contest that could come down to the final buzzer like the last game we just saw.
So Devonte Walker versus Rashad Marshall, jumping center here in this Class 4A Boys State Championship game. Sold-out crowd at Bank OZK Arena here in Hot Springs. It's the final game of championship weekend, and we're just about set and ready to go. Ball's in the air, and it will be controlled by Darion Ford for Magnolia. And boy, Darion's already feeling too good as he almost did the splits right there on the basketball logo. Here's ball going around the perimeter now as Walker's got it. He'll have a floater in the lane. Sweet kiss off the glass. It's good, and the first points go to Magnolia.
That's a good start for the Panthers. Get involved early, get into the lane, get a quick, easy bucket.
Blytheville with the basketball now. Looks the ball left side in the hands of TJ Jackson. Now top of the key, they work it out to Marshall, trying to get it down low, and they find Rashad. He puts it up, doesn't go with the putback, it does, and it's a tie ball game.
You're going to see a lot of that no matter who's guarding him. They're just going to throw it up to Marshall and let him go create something in the lane. That time he gets his own miss and puts it up, ties the game at 2.
He's 6'9", and he's a big force down low. Now here's a pop and stop, can't get it to go. Marshall comes down with the rebound. Just underway here in the 4A Boys State Championship game. As Tyree Thurman's got it, he'll work it right side. Into the hands of Jackson. Jackson back to Jones, and they'll swing it around. Here's a three-point attempt. That's banked off the glass here at Bank OZK Arena.
It's after hours, but the window's open.
5-2, Blytheville leads Magnolia. Right side they swing it, now top of the key. That's out to Jones.
Ford yet to get a touch for Magnolia.
Now in the corner for 3. Too hard, rebounds pulled in by Blytheville as TJ Jackson comes down with it. And with a pop is Marshall, and the follow is Rashad Marshall, and Blytheville gets the points. It's 7-2. They have gotten away with the travel right there.
Yeah, that nice job to crash the glass, though. TJ Jackson, the 6'5 junior, cleans up the mess.
Now here's Tell. Over to the top to Walker. Walker, right side of the lane. Darion Ford has it. Ford will drive the lane. Floater doesn't go. Pulled down by Cameron Jones, and he'll bring it up for the Chickasaws. Works it back right side for 3. In and out, no good. Rebounds pulled in by Jackson. He goes up with it. Ball goes out of bounds. And last touch by Blytheville at the 5:25 mark.
Back-to-back offensive rebounds there for Jackson, number 4, but that time he found himself too far underneath the basket. Hit the underside of the backboard.
7-2's our score. Magnolia with the basketball. And work it back left side to Tell. Now back top to Walker. Walker drives in. Nice pass. That time it's to Marcus Snyder, who's able to bounce it off the glass at the 5:07 mark.
Great job to get baseline, draw the defender, dish it off, and the easy deuce.
Into the front court goes Blytheville as they work it back over to Cameron Jones on the wing. Now here's a three-point attempt. Hits off the front of the iron. Darion Ford's right there to pick it up for Magnolia. Back top of the key they go. Out to Walker. Walker right side to Adrian Walker. The work around the screen goes Tell. Tell it in the lane with the floater. Too hard. Ball's on the floor. Who comes up with it? It's the Chickasaws. They swing it out right side over to Marshall. And he'll bring it up. Out to Jones. Jones off the glass. No good. Ball still on the glass. Jackson puts it up. No good. Darion Ford's right there to pick it back down.
He didn't get the putback there, RJ, but Jackson has been active on the offensive end. 3 offensive rebounds already in the first 4 minutes.
Ford top of the key. He'll pull up. And it's going to hit soft up the back, but miss. And so now it's the Chickasaws with the ball.
Good flow to this contest. First 4 minutes is cruising by.
Working right side, he was pickpocketed. Now coming up is Tell. Tell up the left side. Euro step off the glass, it's good.
It's a great job of the pickpocket. And you said Tell, he just weaves through 3 defenders for Blytheville. Gets the easy finish at the rim.
7-6 is our score. Blytheville on top of Magnolia. 3:34 and counting left here in the first quarter. Back goes left side to Jones. Now top of the key out to Jackson. He'll pull up for 3. It's no good. And pulling down the rebound was Devonte Walker for Magnolia.
Magnolia, since that opening possession, doing a really good job on Marshall inside.
Marion Ford on the wing. Ford pulls up from the high post. He's able to bank it home.
Yeah, that's too easy. You got to be able to keep him extended. Once he gets 15 feet in, he's deadly. He knocks down the shot from the elbow.
8-7's our score, as bringing it up Thurman for Blytheville. Now top of the key goes Jones. Right side, now down low. That was too easy for Rashad Marshall.
As soon as I say that Magnolia's doing a great job on him inside, they throw it up to him, tips it to himself. Easy finish.
The basketball is Adrian Walker over to Darion Ford on the wing. Ford back to Walker in the corner. Walker floater off the glass, good. He went up and over Rashad Marshall that time.
It's a great job by Walker to recognize they're trying to force him baseline, so he just takes it. An easy kiss off the window.
Now here comes Marshall off to Jones. Now they swing it right side to Thurman. Back to the left corner to Jones for three. No good. Rebounds pulled in by Devonte Walker. Magnolia.
We haven't had a stoppage in play in some time. These two teams starting to look a little winded.
Here's Darion Ford off the front of the rim. No good. Gets his own rebound. Going back up with it. He's fouled. And he'll head to the free throw line to shoot two. But that'll also take us to our media timeout. 1:54 to play here in the first quarter as Magnolia, they lead Blytheville by a score of 10-9. And you're watching the Centennial Bank State Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
It's natural to be concerned with our kids' safety, but when they're riding the school bus, we shouldn't have to be. Illegally passing a school bus puts our children's lives at risk. That's why Everett is joining area schools to promote the Flashing Red Kids Ahead safety program. School bus safety is everyone's responsibility. Do your part. Always stop when you see the flashing red lights of a school bus. Children's lives depend on it. Remember, flashing red, kids ahead.
This month in Passport on the PBS video app.
One of the largest eruptions in the last 10,000 years.
No one knew the source.
Where was the culprit?
It unites a great continent, attracts an incredible diversity of wildlife.
I don't know why I smelled it. Wow. It's astounding that this has survived at all.
These and other shows from Arkansas PBS are available with Passport on the PBS video app.
We got a good one brewing here in the 4A state championship game. You might as well join the conversation. Jump on social media. Just use the hashtag ARPBS Sports.
Once again, there's that. Love that camera shot. That is a great shot. I know my man Matt Johnson back in the truck. He's a big fan of that. So thanks to Arkansas PBS for providing great shots throughout the state tournament. Here's Darion Ford at the free throw line as his shot is good. Magnolia takes a 2-point lead.
We're starting to see these teams settle in. And how many times have we seen teams really struggle to kind of gain perception or the depth perception of playing in this arena? These two teams not having an issue with it so far.
You know what's crazy about that is we always talk about the depth perception with teams, but with so many arenas in Arkansas that have big arenas, you would think you'd be used to the whole depth perception. So here is Blytheville with a three on the right side. Cha-ching, and it's money, and Blytheville ties the ball game at 12 apiece.
Marshall just knocked that one down in confidence.
Now here's Darion Ford going baseline, and there's a foul called right on the baseline, and so they'll take it out from the right side.
A clean game so far, just a second team foul on the Chickasaws. Magnolia not committed an infraction just yet.
Minute 23 left as the inbounds to Ford. He'll go up off the glass. He just went up and over everybody.
They're going to need to put Marshall on Ford, especially on the inbounds play. That was way too easy for the Panthers.
Magnolia back out to a 2-point lead. Here's a pass to the right side into the hands of Jones. Jones goes up and misses the shot. Pulling down the rebound that time was Devonte Walker.
Nice job by the 6'5 senior. Get the block out, skies for the board.
Walker works it back left side to Tell. Darion Ford on the wing, pulls up for three. It's no good. Rebounds pulled in by Rashad Marshall. Attempted steal that time by Devonte Walker, and now it is stolen away. Here comes Magnolia. They kick it out right side. That's to Walker. Walker will drive the lane, put up the shot, and he's fouled.
Well, a lot of teams will pull that out as they didn't have numbers. And a little hesitation there by Adrian Walker. Thought the defense might let him slide by. Got the bump. Earned himself a trip to the foul line.
Well, Adrian Walker at the line for his first time tonight. throw's up and good.
Well, I had my hair styled like that before we came out here. I changed it at the last minute. It would have been awkward if he looked the same. He pulls it off. He pulls it off. I couldn't.
He does match his uniform as second shot's up and good. Does he keep it like that year round, or is it just for the state championship? That's the question.
If he doesn't, I'm disappointed in him.
Here's a deflected pass. Darion Ford deflected it, and then falling down was Jones. Here's an alley-oop that ought to be an intentional. That ought to be an intentional right there on Makai Handy, and they are going to call it. Devonte Walker was going to go up for the alley-oop, and he just got pushed in the back.
Makai Handy saw the 2-on-1 opportunity, and once he gave it up, talking about Walker, he knew the alley-oop was coming, so he just kind of stayed on Walker, threw his shoulder into him. But you're exactly right, RJ. That was too intentional, didn't make a play on the ball. And the shoulder straight to the sternum and gets the intentional foul.
So at the line is Devonte Walker. And free throw is good. I've always said that anytime you have a technical or you're the only one at the free throw line, that's more difficult than having guys on either side of you.
I agree. I mean, all 6,500 sets of eyeballs in here. What's that, 13,000 eyes are on him right now?
Yeah.
Not to mention the millions and millions of fans watching on Arkansas PBS.
Makes both free throws. And it's 18-12.
Six points for Magnolia.
Get it into Darion Ford. Bounce step in the lane, puts up the shot. That's just ridiculous.
Yep. The inbound play is pretty simple when you got a talent like that.
He took on 3 guys. As we've got a whistle and a foul, and that's going to go against Adrian Walker.
Time's running down. That's not a foul that you like if you're Coach Ben Lindsay. Hadn't committed a foul the entire quarter, and they call that one at you 47 feet from your basket.
So checking in the ball game for Magnolia is going to be Kieran Smith. And the inbound pass goes for 3. How about that?
Marshall catches it 28 feet from the basket, gets the friendly roll. That's a big shot for the Chickashaws to end the first.
That is a massive shot. Let's take a break. It's 20-15 Magnolia over Blytheville, and you're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
Broadcast of this championship game is made possible by
the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Over 2,500 team members across 17 local electric distribution co-ops, powering homes, farms, and industries somewhere across Arkansas. We are the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Power and people.
Farmers and Merchants Bank and the Bank of Fayetteville share the mission of Arkansas PBS to enrich and empower all Arkansans. Community, dignity, respect. That's what Me Banking is all about. More at mebanking.com.
Is now in session.
Thank you for helping us reach 5 million views on our Arkansas PBS YouTube channel. Subscribe today for original digital series, behind-the-scenes videos, extras from your favorite local programs, and our exclusive coverage of high school sports. More Arkansas stories made for you on demand. Visit youtube.com/Arkansas PBS today.
Celebrate game day under the arches. Access ton of benefits through our rewards program, available today on the McDonald's app. We're loving it.
Back to action as it's the second quarter where Magnolia, they lead Blytheville by a score of 20-15. Blytheville with basketball as TJ Jackson gives it off to Jones. He'll kick it right side for 3. It's no good that time by Thurman. Coming down with it's Magnolia. Darion Ford into the front court now. Ford drives the lane, and they say he traveled.
Yeah, kind of shuffled the feet a little bit in the lane. Just got to elevate, knock down the mid-range there if you're Darion Ford. Trying to correct the team fouls on the clock. They didn't put Magnolia's up there from the late in the first.
And the inbound comes to Thurman. Well, the double team come to him, and they get into the front court. It's a 3-on-2 break, and it's for three. No good. Rebounds pulled in. This time by Devonte Walker.
Been really impressed with the play Walker's played so far. His fourth rebound.
There's a three on the other side. That time by Tell. It's no good. Rebounds pulled in by the Chickasaws. Working quickly into the front court goes Marshall. Right side. Here's another three-point attempt. It's no good. Ball's on the floor. Coming up with it's Darion Ford. The pace of the game. Back and forth they go as Walker trying to dish it off to find something.
There's a great pass there, but Marcus Snyder not ready, not looking for it.
Here's a three-point opportunity. It's short. And coming up with his own rebound was Tell, and we've got a whistle and a foul.
That foul's going to go against Ford as he bumped him with the shoulder. It's the first on him.
Look at the ball in the front court is Tyree Thurman. Cross-court pass, here's the three, and it's off the iron, no good. Rebound. Well, no, I was going to say go back up with it was Marshall, but he had it blocked away. And Magnolia comes up with it. Now here's Adrian Walker, back top of the key out to Walker. Swinging left side to Tell. 6:17 and counting here in the second quarter, 5-point game. Magnolia on top. In the lane. Nice pop and stop. Stop and pop. It's Walker.
5'8" senior just gets to the foul line, elevates, knocks down the mid-range.
And we've got a whistle and a travel.
That's what Magnolia is trying to do, trying to speed up the Chickasaws, and that's the fourth turnover already. 8 points off the previous 3 turnovers for the Panthers. Let's see if they can take advantage of this miscue.
Magnolia will have it at the midcourt stripe as they get it in to Nevi Tell. Working the ball down low, and it was deflected away by Rashad Marshall.
Crowd wanted a goaltend. They might be all right.
Now top of the key. Work it right side to Marshall. Here's a three that went high off the backboard. Rebound came in by Jackson, and somehow Blytheville was able to retain possession.
That's twice Jackson's got an offensive rebound, but didn't realize how far underneath the basket he was.
Back top of the key. Here's a three. No good. Got his own rebound, put it up, and it goes. That time Thurman was able to follow his shot and get his rebound.
Yeah, Thurman not connecting from the outside. Offensive rebound, now he gets some putback. Maybe that, watching the ball go through the net, help him warm up from the distance.
He's got 5 points now as they swing it right side to Snyder. Let's give it off to Darion Ford. Ford, cross-court pass. On the baseline. Nice job. No, they're going to call player control foul. That time called a player control foul on Nevi Tell.
Crowd doesn't like it. Defender established position.
Yeah, I thought it was a pretty good call, honestly.
I agree. There's going to be a good look at it. Jackson just slides over, takes the hit. Might have been a little bit of a flop there for the dramatics. Still a good call.
I don't know if I'm coordinated enough to flop.
Well, I can't confirm.
Nice defense right now by Magnolia. Ball goes out of bounds. And Magnolia coach Ben Lindsay was thinking that it went off of Chickasaw, but they're going to say it went off Magnolia. Thurman with the basketball. Top of the key goes Marshall. Cross court into the corner. Swing it back top side to Jones. There's Marshall. Under 4 minutes to play here in the first half.
Yeah, Rashad Marshall starting to get a little frustrated down low. He's struggling to establish position. They can't get him the basketball. But he did just draw a foul.
They're going to call that foul against Devonte Walker for Magnolia. And for Walker, that'll be his first personal foul. It ought to be a media timeout, but they're going to call the media timeout. 3:52 to play here in the first half. Magnolia leads Blytheville 22-17. And you're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
There's well over 2,000 Arkansas rice farms. 96% of them are family owned and operated.
It's all about building community.
The results we've been seeing have been very promising.
I grew up watching the farm, knowing every detail about it.
If you take care of the soil will take care of you.
It helps us to give back to the land and make sure that it's going to be there for future generations.
Every community has a story to tell, and if somebody will tell it, it'll be interesting.
For every moment, for every memory, from that first car, to your first home, to your first child, and all the highs and lows that tomorrow might bring. For everything that matters most to you and your family, there's someone right around the corner dedicated to helping you protect what you love. Your local Farm Bureau Insurance agent. Farm Bureau Insurance. Real service, real people.
We on that next level. We on that next level.
Coming up at the half, join us to see our summer learning adventure, revisit a tough history for the famous Truckee with Arkansas ties, and blast off for an education lesson out of this world. All coming up on the Arkansas PBS Halftime Show, sponsored by the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas.
Did you get your mascot picture with the Chickasaw or the Panther?
I got the Panther a couple years ago when they were here. I will track down Chickasaw if he's around.
Now here is Adrian Walker with the basketball as he just gives it off out to Tell. Tell drives the lane, puts it up with the left hand, and that's going to be a goaltend.
Yep. Anytime the ball hits the backboard, as a defender, you're not allowed to touch it. Marshall hit with the goaltend.
So here comes Thurman with the basketball for the Chickasaws. 3:28 counting here left in the first half. It's a give and go by Marshall as he's just able to roll it off the glass. It's good.
Good strong take there by Marshall. Kind of stopped the mini run that Magnolia was on.
Here's Walker at the free throw line. This guy in the air, nice bounce pass, but he traveled.
They're going to say that he picked up the plant foot, a little too fancy in the lane, couldn't make a decision. Nice defense by Blytheville, forced the turnover.
Just shuffled his legs just a little bit. Here's Thurman now. Up the key to Rashad Marshall. We've got a kick ball. .246 to play here in the first half. Magnolia on top, 24-19. Inbound's going to come from the right side of the bucket. Here's Marshall.
D-Ray Williams, who checked in, number 14 for Magnolia, has not missed a workout in about 7 years.
Here's the three-point attempt by Jones. And have a foul, and Magnolia get the basketball back. That time the foul's going to be called on Shamar Marshall.
Just don't see basketball players jacked up like he is.
He is a large human, that is for sure. Well, you know, Darion Ford is not a small guy. I mean,
correct. Got to work out with somebody. I think we found his workout partner.
Magnolia getting the ball down low. D-Ray. Put up the shot, it's no good. Now checking in for Blytheville. It's going to be Kieran Smith. come in for Shamar Marshall.
Offenses have gone cold here in the second. After a 20-15 first quarter, these two just 4 points apiece in the first 6 minutes. I'll make a play. I got it.
Great job. We even fixed the camera for you, bud. Thank you.
I got a touch. I got a touch today.
Is that the second one you've gotten to you?
Wes got the first one. He beat me to it.
You know, for as many games as we do courtside here, you'd think we'd get more balls thrown at us.
Oh, you're about to jinx us. We're about to get a 6'5" player coming in our lap now.
All right. Darion Ford stands top of the key. He'll pull up from there, and it's short. Coming down with it. You know, the Chickasaws is working the ball up is Elijah Donnerson. Donnerson for three from the wing. Too strong right there to get the rebound, though, is Jackson. He put it back up, no good. And then Marshall gets his own rebound, sticks it back in. Ball goes out of bounds, and it's going to go with Magnolia.
And Blytheville just gone cold from the field. 8 of 29, 28% are the Chickasaws. Just can't seem to take the lid off the basket.
Now here comes Andy. Andy back. Excuse me, no, that's actually Tell. There's a three-point attempt. It's high off the back of the iron, no good, and rebounds pulled in. That time by Jeremiah Wells. Working the ball in the paint. Nice take that time as Elijah Donnerson is able to get around the defenders and go up with the right hand as we're under a minute to play.
Nice job by the sophomore to get in the lane, finish.
And now we've got a blocking foul. You can count the bucket. That'll be a possibly three-point play.
Donnerson tried to take the charge. Here's going to be a good look at it. Ford drives the lane, just got there a little too late. Darion with the chance for the and one.
Darion today is 2 for 2 at the free throw line.
Ford now in double digits. If it's possible, he's got a quiet 11.
That has been.
It just hasn't really taken over the game, but 11 points in the first half, that'll work.
He leads all scorers in the ball game. Down to 40 seconds to play here in the first half. The ball right side into the paint. Nice feed. And that time it was Jackson who was able to knock it down.
TJ Jackson has been that secondary player that Blytheville needs to step up and have a big game. 4.6 rebounds for TJ.
Looks like Magnolia's going to hold for the last shot as Walker's got the jump circle. Tell down to 4 seconds.
Let it fly.
And the one, they're not going to get it off. Nope. He made it, but it doesn't count. They waited a little too long, and so we're going to go to the locker room. Magnolia leads at 27-23 over Blytheville. And you're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
Join us this summer for Blueberry's Clubhouse. We'll see a whole new crop of friends for the very best adventures in Arkansas.
That's phenomenal!
Good work, friends! We did it! Blueberry's Clubhouse returns this summer, only on Arkansas PBS.
Centennial Bank is committed to you. Since our founding in 1999, we've become one of the nation's most trusted banks by remembering that you come first, by empowering our communities to reach their highest potential through our dedication to local charities, education, and exceptional service. Because we are proud to call Arkansas home. Banking with you in mind. Centennial Bank, member FDIC.
Back here at Banco ZK Arena, Blytheville. They trail Magnolia by a score of 27-23 here at the half. I'm RJ Hawk alongside Bobby Swafford. And Bobby, Thoughts on the first half?
Blytheville's done a nice job of slowing down Ford for the most part, held him to 11 points. I think the Chickasaws got to do a better job of getting Rashad Marshall the basketball down low. He's starting to get frustrated. Got him a touch on the opening possession of the game, got him a bucket, but he's only got 5 points. Got to find a way to force the ball inside.
Yeah, and really on the other side for Magnolia, Darion Ford doing what Darion Ford does.
Yep, and they're doing a nice job defensively, but you're exactly right. Darion Ford, I say he's got a quiet 11 points. He does that in the second half. All of a sudden, you got a 22-point effort and an MVP performance. But the other guys are doing a really nice job. Devonte Walker, to me, is that secondary player that's rising to the occasion. 4 points, 5 rebounds, and that's been big in the first 16 minutes.
After our PBS halftime show, we'll come back and do some stats and get you ready for the second half of action. But we are at the half where Magnolia, they lead Blytheville by a score of 27-23. And you're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Over 2,500 team members across 17 local electric distribution co-ops, powering homes, farms, and industries somewhere across Arkansas. We are the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Power and people.
It's halftime again, and here we are back in the Arkansas PBS studios for the last game of the day, game number 4. I'm Ed Leon.
And I'm Julie Thomas. Don't go anywhere because we've got some cool stuff in store for you before we get you back to Hot Springs.
Yes, indeed. We've seen a lot of basketball today, and in between we've been able to share with you just a little bit about what we offer here at Arkansas PBS when we aren't working on sports.
That's right. We've seen everything from small-town blacksmithing to hip-hop students making a difference in the Arkansas Delta. And that is just a little bit of what we do here.
It is, and there is so much more we'd like to share with you, like this clip from our educational programming for Arkansas students, the Summer Learning Series, Rise and Shine.
It's time to rise and shine.
The thing that's really cool about science is whether you're looking into the microscopic universe or into the stellar universe, it's all connected.
Science and reading skills, math and art, color wills.
Can you make a blender sound? Here we go. Out pops my B and L, which makes a bl. Can you say that sound? Blah. 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 Yeah, I love it.
It's a great day to learn and build and grow.
Good morning, my dear, sweet, beautiful, brilliant students of Arkansas.
Well, this is Isla. Isla is a green-winged macaw, so these feathers help her blend into the rainforest where she lives, and it also helps her fly.
Hey everybody, it's that time again. It's math time.
One of my favorite things to do as a kindergarten teacher is to read books to my students. And I brought one of my favorite books with me today to read to you guys.
This is called a bubble level. And when you get the picture hung just perfectly, that bubble will settle in right here in the middle.
Tristan's gonna help us out. Tristan, do you like looking at the night sky?
I love it. You're a great student, helping know the truth and rise and shine. Get up on your feet. Oh, it's time to rise and shine.
Rise and Shine is such an impactful summer program, and we're always looking for a great way to combat learning loss over the summer months, and this really helps our kids.
It does, and we're happy to announce that Rise and Shine will be back this summer with all new content, so keep an eye out for that.
Right, look for it this summer wherever you like to watch, on the PBS video app, on our website, or on our YouTube channel, and of course the way you're watching right now.
Another project we're really excited about is Arkansas Memories. This is a collaboration with the Pryor Center for Arkansas Oral and Visual History that brings to life important moments and people in Arkansas.
I celebrated my 5th birthday, and it was a few weeks after that the soldiers came. We saw 2 soldiers marching up our driveway, and literally at gunpoint, we were ordered out of our home.
And so you end up in a place called
Rower, R-O-H-W-E-R, Arkansas, locked up. And the amazing thing is, thousands of young Japanese American men and women went from behind those barbed wire fences, leaving their family in imprisonment to fight for this country. Those that perished on those bloody battlefields and had their coffins covered with the American flag, those flags were brought back to their wives or their parents still behind American barbed wire fences. Those incredible, crazy young men who fought and died for this country. They were the greatest generation. They made my America possible.
Such powerful stuff and such a deep archive there at the Pryor Center. So many stories.
It really is deep, from sports figures to music, art, and politics. Impressive figures throughout Arkansas history are represented there, and we can't wait to share those with you.
That's true. But you know, to do that, we need your help. We're a partnership here, and we can't share these stories without you. We'd love for you to be part of what we're doing. So sign up and get exclusive sneak peeks at what's headed your way, and share your thoughts on what you'd like to see more of.
Yes, please do that. Add your voice to the conversation. Let's go to Marge Bentley with the Arkansas PBS Foundation. She's going to let you know how to do just that. Marge?
Thanks, Ed. I know we're short on time, so real quick. All we're asking is that you take a moment and go to our website, myarpbs.org/signup. Give us your email address and join the conversation. And if you love what you're watching, text SPORTS to 501-491-0444 and donate just $10 to help us bring you many, many more Arkansas stories. Ed, Julie?
Thanks, Marge. Ed, do we have time to head to outer space?
Only if we do it at warp speed. Last fall, Arkansas PBS helped students at the Nettleton STEAM Intermediate School do a live uplink, think about that, with NASA, with the astronauts aboard the International Space Station. Here's a clip from that event. To the stars and back, Arkansas students on a mission with NASA.
Hello, my name is Carter Massey. Emily Perez, Allison Moss, and I'm a 4th grader.
I can tell you are a scientist in the making. That is a great question.
You are representing every young person in Arkansas who loves exploration.
I can't wait to see what you'll discover.
That was a first for Arkansas and a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for those kids.
Yeah, how cool is that? I hope y'all watch it. It's just another example of the value and service that we offer here at Arkansas PBS.
And we know you love our sports broadcasts, but we have so much more to offer. Go to our website and take a look. You're going to love what you find.
That's going to do it for the halftime crew, for Julie, Marge, and all the production team here at Arkansas PBS. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting us. Now, let's get you back to Hot Springs for more championship action on your home for the Arkansas Basketball State Finals, Arkansas PBS.
The Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Over 2,500 team members across 17 local electric distribution co-ops, powering homes, farms, and industries somewhere across Arkansas. We are the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Power and people.
And we are back here at halftime. 27-23 is our score, where Magnolia leads Blytheville. RJ Hawk along with Bobby Swafford. And let's go ahead and take a look at those halftime stats real fast. And really, Bobby, if you look at Magnolia's shooting percentage, they're shooting 43.5% right now.
Yeah, and if you're Blytheville, you got to be feeling pretty good about yourself, because you're only shooting 31% and still down just 4. Those shots in the lane going to start going down eventually. 10 of 32 from the field, 3 of 15 from the three-point line. Haven't hit a free throw yet. If you're Blytheville, you never want to be down at the half, but you're certainly feeling okay being down just 4 points.
I'm still impressed by this crowd that is here in Hot Springs. Just a massive crowd, 6,500 sold-out crowd for this ball game, and just a great night. Hey, want to give a shout out. It's the power of Arkansas PBS, because folks all over the state are watching today's game, and I know that I've gotten texts from Stephen Bright, Gina Smith, my buddy Paul Abe came down to join us. So a lot of folks that are watching this game around the state want to say thank you for watching that, and it's just awesome to see an outlet like Arkansas PBS that can push this out across the state.
Absolutely. I love the fact that they and the AAA have partnered together. The football, basketball, baseball, and softball championships televised live. Because, you know, sometimes it's difficult to make the trip to watch your team. A chance to watch them in all corners of the state, and we've seen some good ones today. Of course, the last one, three-pointer with 5 seconds left. The Nashville Lady Scrappers win a championship. We'll see if it comes down to the final horn this one, as the Panthers in Chickasaw is set for the second half.
Well, Magnolia will have the basketball as they move from left to right here in Hot Springs. And carrying the ball up court is going to be Marcus Snyder for the Panthers. Marion Ford at the free throw line. Now brings it back out left side to Tell. Just underway here in the second half. Ford going to drive the lane. Take it back left side. That's to Snyder for three. It's no good. And rebounds pulled in by the Chickasaws.
It looked like Blytheville was just content letting him shoot from distance, not giving up anything inside the Ford.
Working the ball down low to the big man. He can't make it go. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Blytheville. With 7:25 to play in the third.
Marshall rushed that one, had a little more time, a little more space than he expected. Forced it up just a bit too early. Couldn't get it to go.
Inbound comes right side. As with it is Thurman. Now back over to Jones. He'll drive up with the right hand. It's too hard. Rebounds pulled in by Adrian Walker for Magnolia. Marion Ford in the lane. Goes up. Now kicks it left side. Great pass. Not a great finish until the putback.
Great job there. A beautiful pass down low. Then Snyder cleans up his own miss. And 6-point lead for the Panthers.
Under 7 to play here in the third as Thurman's got it. Here's a pass down low and out to Marshall, and ball goes out of bounds, and it goes with Magnolia.
Yeah, they're trying to get the big man a touchdown low, and Magnolia is just putting two defenders on him, one in front, one behind. He couldn't handle that pass, deflects it out of bounds.
Marshall, they are putting that double team on him down low, and it's making it a little bit more difficult for him to get the ball in the bucket.
Let's see if they try to get him ball near the high post, maybe set a ball screen for him, get him attacking downhill.
At the basketball is Nevi Tell. It's over to Darion Ford on the wing. I know they don't want to bring Marshall out from that low block, but you think you put him on Ford wherever he's at. As Ford pulls up, too strong. It's taken by Thurman, but right there to intercept it is Darion Ford. Pull up from the free throw line, knock it in.
A nice job there by Ford to recognize the defense was dropping off to make sure Ford didn't beat him going to the bucket. Knocks down the 15-footer, and Blytheville takes a quick timeout to discuss.
Marion Ford not only is he a good shooter, but my goodness, the speed of the interception that before he made that shot, he intercepted. It was a thing of beauty.
Yeah, he's a top 100 player for a reason, and does it on both ends of the floor. And the IQ there to recognize what the defense is doing to you, and just knock down the 15-footer.
.603 left here in the third. Magnolia 31, Blytheville 23. Out of the timeout. Magnolia will have Blytheville will have the basketball. Got a whole section of folks dancing over here in section 212. 5:55 to play here in the third. Gonna get it down to Marshall. Takes it back out to Thurman for three. No good. Air ball. Ball's going to go out of bounds, and now they're going to say a foul.
It's a good look by Marshall inside. Recognize that he's double teamed. Just goes cross court, wide open look. They don't get it to go. They pick up a foul.
Inbound's going to come from the left side of the bucket. As with it will be Jeremiah Wells. Move it out top with 5:44 and counting. Back over to the top of the key. Steps in. Puts up the shot. No good. Marshall's there to get the rebound and the putback.
A nice job by Marshall. This time that missed perfectly. Averages 10 rebounds a game, and you can see why in the easy finish.
Now here comes Magnolia. Hanging in front of the scorer's table. Working the baseline. Darion Ford puts it up. Makes it look too easy.
Yeah, it's a nice strong finish. Went right at Marshall. Despite the size advantage, he muscles it up and in.
33-25.
Blytheville works a little quicker to get the ball inside. They might get a window and they get Marshall a touch.
Looking around, go the Chickasaws in the lane. Nice up and under move. Can't get it to go though, and we've got a whistle and a foul. Marion Ford called with the foul that time. That'll be his second personal foul.
Saw Devonta there, the guard, kind of raise his hand like, hey, that one's on me, trying to avoid that second personal on Ford.
Here's a shot in the lane. It's good, and it's 33-27. Under 5 to play here in the third.
Blytheville just got to hang around, make sure they stay within striking distance.
And the ball down on the baseline. Backing him in is Walker. Now we've got a whistle and a foul.
Marshall just overpowered there by Walker. I think he tried to take a hit there, draw the charge. Doesn't get the benefit of the call.
Inbound pass comes out top. That's to Walker. Working it to Tell. He'll drive baseline.
What a quick first step. This beats him baseline, easy finish.
8-point game. Magnolia leads. Here's Jones. Left side they go. It's out to Wells. Now in the corner to Jones for 3. It's off the side of the iron. No good. Offensive rebound. Putback's no good. They stick it back up and it's good. Nice job by TJ Jackson.
TJ Jackson has been active. No question about it. 8 rebounds now for him.
Marion Ford going to drive the lane. Up and under, can't get it to go. Ball's on the floor. And we've got a whistle and a foul. It's going to be on Blytheville. That foul is going to be on Devonte Walker, and they'll have it to the right side of the baseline for Devonte Walker. That's his first personal foul, and that'll take us to a media timeout. 3:39 to play here in the third quarter. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
Broadcast of this championship game is made possible by
the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Over 2,500 team members across 17 local electric distribution co-ops, powering homes, farms, and industries somewhere across Arkansas. We are the Electric Cooperatives of Arkansas. Power and people.
Farmers and Merchants Bank and the Bank of Fayetteville share the mission of Arkansas PBS to enrich and empower all Arkansans. Community, dignity, respect. That's what Me Banking is all about. More at mebanking.com.
You want to relive the action from tonight's game at any time the rest of your life? Just order a copy of it. Go to mmproductions.net, place your order. I know a lot of people in Nashville are going to be ordering that last contest. 3 right before the horn. They win a state title.
3:39 to play here in the third quarter. 35-29, Magnolia on top of Blytheville. As the inbound pass comes into D-Ray Williams, and now Darion Ford's got it in the lane. Drives up with a left hand. He can just do it with left or right hand. Doesn't matter.
To get to the Ford, doesn't go all the way to the rim, realizes that Marshall's in there. Pull up floater over the top.
Here's Donnerson. So Blytheville goes to Jones. He'll go baseline, and nice strong take on the backboard. Give Blytheville 31.
Cameron Jones, strong move there. Magnolia might have got a hand on it, but still muscles it up and in.
Magnolia with the basketball. Up top goes Devonta. Tell pulls, no good. Rebounds taken in by Blytheville and TJ Jackson. 2:40 and counting here in the third. And the ball stolen away by Magnolia. Here comes Tell in the lane with the right hand. It goes. went up and under.
Yeah, Neville goes right between 3 defenders. A little English.
2:15 and counting. Out to an 8-point lead for Magnolia. In the lane. Can't get the shot to go that time by Kieran Smith. And he does. They do get the putback, and so it's now 39-33.
Marshall right there to clean up that miss. Hanging around, still within 6.
Ford going up and under. He's fouled, and it goes.
Starting to get that look, RJ. Darion Ford attacking the basket. Feels like he can get to the rim anytime he wants. Trying to take over this basketball game as he's up to 19 points.
And once again, it's kind of a quiet 19, as you mentioned in the first half.
Well, he's not dominating the basketball. He's not a high-volume shooter. 8 of 15 from the floor. Perfect from the foul line so far. Speak it into existence.
As it hits off the front of the iron, and now with 1:42 to play in the third, Blytheville's got it into the hands of Jeremiah Wells. Now it's intercepted. Taking up the right side. Pump fake. Glass. Good. That's Adrian Walker.
Great job by Walker to use the ball fake. Let the defender get in the air. And this crowd of 6,500 is stealing it for the Panthers.
I mean, what a great job. Much smaller guard than Adrian Walker. He only stands at 5'8". Taking on guys that are much bigger than him, and he was able to readjust in midair and make that shot. And it's a 10-point lead, largest lead of the ball game for Magnolia.
They've hit their last 3 shots, and defense is turning into offense. 10 turnovers have led to 16 points for Magnolia. On the other side, we're taking care of the basketball. Panthers just 4 turnovers, 0 off of those turnovers for Blytheville.
The student section going crazy on the Magnolia side. There's 1:25 to play here in the third.
I was talking with Coach Mackenzie Pierce before the game, and of course they played the state tournament at Magnolia this year, so they kind of got a feel of what the crowd was going to be like, but he said, I'm not really sure how we're going to handle it until we take the floor tonight. They've handled it for the most part. Now that they're really into it, up 10, we'll see how they handle the pressure of the crowd.
1:20 to play here in the third. Is with the basketball is Shamar Marshall. Swing it to the corner. It's in the hands of Jones. Now back left side to Jackson. Marshall steps inside the three-point line, knocks it down.
Nice ball fake, get the mid-range jumper. Smooth strokes it from 16 feet.
Marion Ford on the right wing. Pull up himself from 18, no good. Rebounds pulled in by the Chickasaws. And in the lane goes a foul. We'll go to the line to shoot 2, that being Cameron Jones.
A good strong take there by Jones. Not let the Magnolia defense get set. Gets himself to the foul line. Big close to this first quarter for Blytheville. They get the jumper. Now with 2 free throws here. They think that they can stay within 6 to 8 going to the fourth. They'll take their chances.
The free throws up and good. I just looked up the population of Magnolia. It's about 12,000. Half the town is here.
No doubt about that. Of course, there's some fans that hung around from the earlier game. Well, Blytheville's got a few in the seats as well.
I wish we could have gotten an outside shot of the line that wrapped from the ticket booth all the way down to the Hotel Hot Springs.
On both sides of the building.
On both sides of the building. There were people that got denied entry into this thing because the fire marshal went and locked the doors. Marion Ford at the free throw line. He'll go up with the left hand, knocks it down.
Yeah, that's just tough to defend, RJ. The ball fake, the step through. The lead back to 8.
Now here is Rashad Marshall, and he'll be fouled.
That's a great job. You know, I mentioned it earlier. Maybe try to go to Marshall earlier in the possession. And that time, first, as soon as they cross half court, he throws the hand up. They get it inside to him.
Free throw's good.
Marshall, just a junior. He's one of the better looking big men that we've seen in a while.
I mean, he looks like he can go play college ball right now. Just the body type, how big he is. I mean,
he's got spring in his step too.
Yeah.
He can elevate in a hurry.
Darion Ford goes up. He's fouled.
Speaking of spring in your step, how quick was that first one for Ford? He's able to get to the rim really seemingly anytime he wants to.
Ford in the lane right there and just got body checked. I think Rashad Marshall thought that he got all ball, but I think it was more his body that pushed him out of bounds. And now it's 2 straight misses for Darion at the free throw line. Knocks that one down. Checking the ball game now for Magnolia is Kieran Smith. Marion Ford will head to the bench, take a breather.
Let one fly.
Here's a half-court shot that doesn't quite go, and that'll do it for the third quarter. Magnolia, they lead Blytheville by a score of 46-39. I want to stick around for the fourth quarter. We're going to have a good one. You're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
It's natural to be concerned with our kids' safety, but when they're riding the school bus, we shouldn't have to be. Illegally passing a school bus puts our children's lives at risk. That's why Everett is joining area schools to promote the Flashing Red Kids Ahead safety program. School bus safety is everyone's responsibility. Do your part. Always stop when you see the flashing red lights of a school bus. Children's lives depend on it. Remember, flashing red, kids ahead.
For every moment, for every memory, from that first car, to your first home, to your first child, and all the highs and lows that tomorrow might bring. For everything that matters most to you and your family, there's someone right around the corner dedicated to helping you protect what you love. Your local Farm Bureau Insurance agent. Farm Bureau Insurance. Real service, real people.
If you love seeing these games televised, please consider making a gift to Arkansas PBS today and watch these high school state championships. And Moses is in the house.
So during the break, so I wish our camera guys could get a shot of this in the student section. There's a guy that is pretending to be Moses.
There he is, right
there.
He is right there. The headdress, and shaft and all.
He parted the Red Sea, and Bobby goes, who's this guy think he is? Moses? As there's a shot. He goes, I'll be really impressed if he parts the Red Sea, and he just does it. Oh, that was good stuff.
You want to take it a step farther?
Yes.
Darion Ford's trying to lead the Panthers to the promised land tonight.
There you go. There you go. 7:33 and counting here in the ball game. 46-39 as the Chickasaws, Cameron Jones drives the lane, bounces it off the glass, and it's good. 5-point game. For Magnolia, it's Adrian Walker.
Magnolia slowing it down. Not really their game. They average almost 70 points a contest.
Devonta drives the lane, floater, and just airballed it.
That's the game plan, though. You could tell there as soon as the defense started to creep up for Blytheville, the blow by, and what looked like it was going to be an easy shot in the lane, and drew nothing.
Down pass comes to D-Ray Williams. He'll drive the lane, and it's way too hard. And coming down with it was Rashad Marshall.
10th rebound of the game for Marshall. He's got him a double-double.
There's There's a nice shot inside the three-point line. Coming down with the rebound is Magnolia as Walker's got it. Walker goes right side. Here's the three-point attempt. It's high off the backboard. Rebound's pulled in that time by TJ Jackson. Jackson in the, no, they have a foul down low as Cameron Jones was going to pivot, but then he got fouled.
Yeah, Magnolia crowd wanted to travel, but he took the hit before that point. 5 team fouls now on the Panthers, 4 on Blytheville. Turn it over.
And here's a steal, and it's taken up by Devonte Walker. Maybe Tell walks the ball into the front court. Tell. Hang out in front of the scorer's table now.
It's Darion Blytheville to come out and guard him.
Start, stop, and restart.
I think they've got the blow by really anytime they want. Blytheville may have to try to change things up to force the Panthers to be a little more emphatic at the offense.
He's going to play keep away and waste off some time. I mean, there's no pressure on him. There's Darion Ford, puts up the shot, misses it, and it's no good. And see, this is one thing I don't like about the whole slowing things down, because it gets you out of your rhythm.
Agreed.
And now you got a three-point shot on the right side by Tyree Thurman.
Yeah, Thurman's been launching it all day. Finally gets his second to go down, 2 of 8 from distance. But that's a big one, 2-point game.
With the basketball is Adrian Walker. Walker, now out to Tell. Up the key to Nevi Tell. Under 5 to play. Here's Darion Ford. He goes up and he's fouled.
They're trying to get the ball to Ford on the high post, trying to isolate him one-on-one on Marshall. And that time the contact was made.
For those that are sitting at home right now going, where's the shot clock? It's coming next year.
Only if the state's largest classification we use the shot clock this year.
Those free throws up and good.
It's the closest Blytheville's been in a while.
It was a 10-point lead, the highest it got to for Magnolia. That was back at the 126 mark in the third. As the second shot is good. Back out to a 4-point lead.
Blytheville's seen some success trying to get the offense going earlier in possessions. Get it inside to Marshall, got the corner 3 last time down.
Top of the key they go with Jones. Jones spin move with the right hand, too hard. Who's going to come down with it? It's the Chickasaws. Ball's on the floor, and they are able to get to Thurman for 3. No good. Rebounds pulled in by D-Ray Williams. Off to the races go Magnolia. Off the glass, no good. Rebounds pulled in by the Chickasaws. We've got whistles and a foul.
Bodies flying everywhere, and this one's going to go against Blytheville, I believe.
There's an injured player on the floor. So it was Nevi Tell who got shaken up a little bit.
Holding the left side of his head there, a little slow to get up. The next one is going to put Magnolia in the bonus. Magnolia's going to take timeout.
Yeah, because it looked like Ben Lindsay yelled down to Tell and said, "Are you okay?" And he didn't really get the response he was looking for, so he called a timeout.
And this is a good chance for it to kind of burn that extra timeout here, because the immediate timeout's coming after the first dead ball after the 4-minute mark. Kind of step in for an extra break, and both of these teams with plenty of timeouts left. So,
I mean, I'm really impressed though with Blytheville and the fact that, I mean, they could have just folded their 10 after they went down by 10 and felt sorry for themselves, but they've really battled back and made it a 4-point game.
Yeah, and that was a really big three by Thurman. He struggled from the outside, but Tyree finally got one to go from the far corner and really rejuvenated his crowd, his bench. And now they've got a chance to make a push in these final 4 minutes and change.
48-44 is our score as there's 4:11 to play here in the ball game of the 4A Boys State Championship. Inbound is going to go to D-Ray Williams. He was all by himself. A guy that big just snuck behind and left everybody.
All the attention's going to go to Devonte Walker and Darion Ford. You just sneak D-Ray in behind him. Easy lay-in.
Now here's Cameron Jones as he'll go left side in the hands of Thurman. Under 4 to play. Get the ball into Thurman. He'll drive baseline. Too hard. Ball goes out of bounds. And it's going to go with Magnolia. And it takes us to a media timeout. 3:38 to play here in the ball. Magnolia 50. Blytheville 44. And you're watching the Centennial Bank State Basketball Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
Centennial Bank is committed to you. Since our founding in 1999, we've become one of the nation's most trusted banks by remembering that you come first, by empowering our communities to reach their highest potential through our dedication to local charities, education, and exceptional service, because we are proud to call Arkansas home. Banking with you in mind. Centennial Bank, member FDIC.
Hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up. Let me see it bounce, 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 bounce.
Experience all the action over and over again next week. Watch the championship games on Arkansas PBS Sports Features. Just go to youtube.com/Arkansas PBS. If you want to be a baller, watch it on YouTube again.
What is this? Is some old school rap that they're playing in the arena. I hadn't heard this in a long time.
1998 is in the house.
Yeah.
I'm loving it.
We've done these games now for 3 days, and it's been a lot of Taylor Swift. And
yeah.
I just hear some. I'm gonna be a baller all of a sudden.
Music has elevated this game.
Yes.
Hey.
It's like the Super Bowl all over again.
That's a little Troy, for those who don't know.
3:25 to play, 50-44. Magnolia on top of Blytheville. Marion Ford's got the free throw line. He'll drive up, floater, knocks it in.
Yeah. It's just so dangerous when you've got an elite scorer like Ford in the middle. You try to go trap in the corner, they get it to the high post, easy finish.
With the basketball is McKay Handy. Now goes left side out to Marshall. Jackson, top of the key.
Still a lot of time left for Blytheville. Don't have to settle for long shots. Try to get it inside.
And we've got a whistle and a foul as Shamar Marshall went in, and he'll head to the free throw line to shoot 2.
Yeah, good strong take there by Marshall. Initiates the contact. And Devonte Walker wanted an explanation, but he's got to be careful. But nice job by the official to explain it, keep his cool, and send him to the foul line.
8-point game as Marshall misses the first.
Blytheville, that was just their 5th free throw attempt of the contest. First one they missed.
Missed both of them.
Those are big. Can't have many empty trips from here on out if you're the Chickasaws.
Marion Ford goes up, has it blocked, and it's the Chickasaws' ball in the front court. There's Marshall. Rashad loses it out of bounds and stays with Blytheville.
He wanted some contact there. He might have a legit gripe. He might have got him on the arm, on the face, and no call. They maintain possession.
There's the replay. I mean, he kind of ducked under a guy that was straight up. Now here's a play that goes, and he's going to head to the free throw line to shoot one.
That worked out okay for him there. Nice inbound play to get him going to the basket. Strong finish. Good. Marshall's got 15 points.
I mean, that's just hard to guard a guy that big. I mean,
it is, and he moves well. Like to see him maybe extend his game a little bit, add the mid-range jumper. He's going to be really, really good on the next level. Just a junior, though.
Now Magnolia's going to play keep away for a little bit, as we've got 2:05 to play in this one. Marion Ford puts up the shot, gets his own rebound. He gets an and one.
It's just tough. You spread out the defense so much to cover the four corners. And you've got a player like Darion Ford at the high post. Even when he misses, he can elevate, clean up his own mess.
It was 1-on-4. I mean, that's really what it was.
Coach Ben Lindsay told me before this game, he's the best closer he's ever seen, maybe the best in Arkansas. And he's got a chance to close this one out, but he misses a free throw.
7-point game. Under 2 to play. 3-point shots in the air, no good. Offensive rebound and the putback. He gets fouled. That time for Blytheville, it was TJ Jackson.
How active has he been on the glass? His 12th rebound, got 8 points now, but he has been a force on both ends, offensive and defensive rebounds, and he's keeping his squad alive. $19 offensive rebounds for Blytheville today.
That's incredible.
16 second chance points, 18 after that one.
This is the free throw. Now we've got a whistle and a foul.
They're trying to tie up the rebounder, but instead they call for the personal. And now the Panthers are in the bonus.
I don't remember the last time I saw 19 offensive rebounds in a game.
Yeah. Normally when you do, that team's on the front end of it. And Magnolia has been able to withstand it. A lot of that's because of points off turnovers, 18-0 in that category.
You look at the shooting percentages. I mean, Blytheville is shooting 36% on 20 of 55. Magnolia 46% on 22 of 48.
Panthers have not hit a three-pointer today.
Missed free throws here down the stretch by both teams. We're at 1:25 and counting. There's a nice play off the glass by Rashad Marshall. We're back to a three-point game.
One possession here. And a little full court pressure from the Chickasaws.
And Marion Ford has it stripped away. And Blytheville calls the timeout.
Great job defensively. Ford trying to beat the press with the dribble. Double team, knocks it free. And Blytheville with the quick hustle on the floor, gets possession, takes the timeout. We got a little drama with 67 seconds remaining.
A three-point game, 54-51. Blytheville is to tie this thing up. So far in the day, Blytheville is 4 of 20 from the three-point line for 20%.
I think you go inside to Marshall. Maybe it's starting to work. He's starting to elevate. No matter how many bodies are on him, good things are happening. Get the ball inside the big 25.
Or do you attempt the three?
I mean, it's early. I mean, if you've got a good open look in the shooter's hand, sure, you pull the trigger. But I think you try to go inside out, because as much as the defense is collapsing for Magnolia, good things are going to happen, because he's going to draw 2 or 3 defenders, and maybe that opens up a shooting possibility for one of your best shooters. You got to believe it's got to be Thurman, who's knocked down 2 triples, 2 of 9 from deep. Maybe he's due.
Magnolia's back out on the court. Here come the Chickasaws. 1:07 left in this one. It's a three-point game. With the basketball is Thurman. Working right side on the baseline. Now Thurman, top of the key. Here's the three. In and out, no good. Ray Williams has it. Here's a run out. Darion Ford gonna slam it, and he missed the dunk. And we've got a foul though down after Darion got hit in the back, and so Darion will head to the free throw line.
Yeah, Ford was looking for the exclamation mark here, and the house would have blown off Bank OCK Arena. And he just back ironed it, and that one shot all the way back to the midcourt line.
Now we've got a whistle, and that's 5 fouls.
They're going to say this happened, and they're going to discuss it. One official said this was a 1-and-1. I think they're ruling the foul actually happened before the dunk attempt.
Well, so the officials they get 20 seconds to.
Yep, Shamar Marshall fouls out.
Marshall's going to foul out, so that'll bring in for Blytheville Elijah Donnerson.
So the officials are saying it's a 1-and-1, so the foul occurred before the dunk attempt. Nope, they change it. They changed it a couple times there. So Ford with 2.
I mean, he had his hands in his back when he was into the air. And there's a free throw. That makes it a 4-point game.
29 points for Darion Ford.
And he misses the second. Still 4-point game.
Don't have to jack a 3 here. Plenty of time.
Look at Chickasaws. Jones trying to go down. Oh, big play right there. Goes in. That time it was Rashad Marshall. 2-point game. And Thurman comes up and gets the foul. Honestly, I think you could have made an argument on there being a foul on Rashad Marshall when he went up for laying.
Tell's going to go to the line. It is the double bonus now.
So now, as Tell lines up, his first free throw is good. Back to a 3-point game.
So Blytheville's going to take a timeout, make Tell think about this, but also kind of talk about what's going to happen next here.
Okay, so hypothetically, let's say he misses the second shot, and you've got a 3-point game, get the rebound. I mean, do you set up a 3-point shot, or do you still go for the 2?
With 29.8 left and a timeout in your pocket, you don't have to settle for a 3. You could try to get something going to the basket, immediately get a timeout, then you set up your press defensively, and you stop the clock. Now, if you burn 10 seconds here, the defense is good, then you got to let one fly because you got to play for the chance for an offensive rebound. You can't wait till the horn. That's assuming the miss. On a make, I'd say you drive it to the bucket, try to draw a foul, and go as quickly as possible.
So far, the Chickasaws have brought up their shooting average to 38%. They're 22 of 58. But the free throw shooting for both teams has just not been great. Magnolia's been to the line 12. They're 12 of 17 from the line. The Chickasaws are 5 of 8 for 63%.
Yep, 70% for Magnolia, but none bigger than this one coming up for Tell. Which will make it a 2-possession game.
I think the biggest thing for Blytheville, they've also had 12 turnovers in this game.
Yeah. Magnolia, at the pace that they play, only 5 turnovers.
Free throws no good. Here comes Blytheville. Jones, and he traveled.
Didn't decide immediately what he was going to do with the basketball, and Cameron Jones shuffled the feet.
Here's a replay of it. Yep, he totally traveled right there.
Now, if you're Blytheville, you got to foul. You got to foul right away.
And in 20 seconds. We're going to get the foul. Thurman's got it. 15.1 seconds remaining here in the ball game.
Those are valuable seconds ticked off the clock there. About 8 seconds ticked away.
Well, Adrian Walker's at the free throw line. Walker on the day is 2 for 3. We're 4 now, and it's back to a 4-point game. And he misses it. 4-point game, down to 14 seconds. They work it. Here's a 3-point attempt. It's good. It's good by Cameron Jones, and we've got a timeout.
Yeah, quick timeout there by Blytheville. 7.5 left. A big shot there. Cuts it to 1. And now you go for the steal. You don't get it. You foul immediately if you're the Chickasaws.
7.5 seconds.
That was the last timeout left for Blytheville.
And that was a big shot. I mean, coming down to be able to stop and pop and hit the 3.
State championships aren't free. They're going to make you earn it. Blytheville hasn't been great from distance. 5 of 22 from beyond the arc. They've hit some big ones here. Layton giving themselves a chance.
You know, I remember this was probably back in 2007 or 2008 when Blytheville made it to the state championship at what was then Verizon Arena, or actually Altel Arena. And there was a big crowd for that game.
You just hear the buzz. I'd say 80% of this crowd's from Magnolia. And they're sitting on pins and needles for the final 7.5.
A 1-point game, 57-56, 7.5 to play. Inbound's going to come from Nevitel.
We're going to put Marshall on the ball, so a huge size difference here with the 6'9" forward.
Inbound's going to go out to Devonte Walker. He'll be fouled immediately, and the clock goes down to 6.4.
2 for 3 at the line is Walker. So either way, makes them both. It's a 1-possession game, and the Chickasaws are going to have a chance at the buzzer. Well, they do not have a timeout, though.
Blytheville does not have a timeout. First free throw is good.
That's Pierre.
2-point game.
It's going to be a lane violation if he misses.
Second one's good. 3-point game. And now Magnolia is going to call the timeout.
It's to draw up your defense because you've got a couple possibilities here, RJ. 1, you can just play it out. 2, you can foul and send them to the foul line so you can't get beat on a 3 or tied on a 3. But the last thing you want to do is foul in the act of shooting. So maybe you let them get a couple dribbles, you foul in the backcourt, send them to the foul line. That way you can ensure yourself you can't get beat, at least on this possession.
Well, they'll have to go the length of the floor with 6.4. 59-56 so far, your leading scores for both teams. Blytheville being led by Rashad Marshall with 20 points on 12 rebounds. And then Cameron Jones has 11 for Magnolia. Darion Ford has 29. And then you've got Tell and Walker with both 9 points apiece. So both teams make their way back on the floor. 6.4 seconds remain. I don't think anybody's left their seats. Do you, Bobby?
No. They've left them as not sitting in them. That's about the only way they've left this place.
Here comes the inbound to Thurman. Back left side. He'll pull up for 3. It's no good. That's going to do it, Magnolia. They are your Class 4A state champions. What a great game. Magnolia wins at 59-56.
Good job defensively from Magnolia. They forced a contested three from well beyond the three-point line. Donnerson got it on target, just didn't get it to go. And as expected, the 4A boys state title game, one of the best of the weekends.
Let's take a break. When we come back, we will talk with the winning head coach as well as the MVP as you're watching the Centennial Bank Basketball State Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.
This month on Arkansas PBS.
Meandering through the southern half of Arkansas, Bayou Bartholomew holds the distinction of being the longest bayou in the world.
Consumer DNA testing, used by millions, but the results can be life-changing.
From outwitting rattlesnakes to aerial feats, cast of cheeky characters will reveal the secret to squirrel's success.
Only on Arkansas PBS.
And there it is, your 2022 4A state champions, the Magnolia Panthers, as they win at 59-56 here at Bank OZK Arena. Bobby, final thoughts on this one?
All right, it's a good one. I mean, Magnolia built a 10-point lead. It felt like in the arena they were going to blow the top off of this, but hats off the way of Blytheville battled back, hit some big shots. They leaned on the big man, Marshall, inside, willed him back into it, had a chance to tie at the buzzer. But a really, really good contest between the two best teams in Class 4A.
So right now they're taking pictures with Blytheville, the runner-up in this one. As hey, look, no, don't take anything away from Blytheville. They had a heck of a game, and look, it came down to a final shot.
It did, and Blytheville dominated on the glass. You look at the rebounding totals, 45-26. Just didn't take advantage enough of those second chance opportunities, and they're going to be kicking themselves. 13 turnovers led to 18 points off of those turnovers.
Yeah, I mean, they've announced Magnolia as the champions of Class 4A. And now they are about to announce the MVP after they get their picture, but I think you and I both can agree we know who the MVP is going to be.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. One of the best players in Arkansas, one of the best players in the country. Darion Ford did it all tonight for Magnolia, and when he got the ball to the high post, it was just tough to beat, and Blytheville just did not have enough answers for it.
There it is. Darion Ford is your MVP of the state finals. We'll have him and Coach Ben Lindsay over to talk with us here in just a moment while we wait on them. Final statistics in this one. Blytheville shot 23 of 60 for 38%. Magnolia 22 of 48 for 46%. Magnolia did not make one three-pointer in the game. They went 0 of 9 from the three-point line. Blytheville was 5 of 23 for 22% at the free throw line. It was Magnolia 15 of 22 for 68%, and Blytheville 5 of 8 for 63%. Turnovers in the ball game, Blytheville had 13, Magnolia had 5, and it was a heck of a ball game as Ben Lindsay makes his way over to chat with us. Coach Lindsay, we knew this was, I think the crowd even knew this was going to be the game of the weekend, and it didn't disappoint. What are your feelings after the way this one ended?
Is it over?
Yeah, it's over.
It was all such a blur there for a little bit, man. They made a run at us. We made a couple turnovers we normally don't make, but it was hard for us to guard their big guy, man. We don't have anybody like him, but we got number 20, and he's a champion. That's all there is to it.
You told me before the game he's the best closer in the state, and you spread the floor, went to the four corners, got him the ball at the high post, and said go to work, and he led you to a title.
Yeah, he did. I don't have the words to describe what he's meant. You know, you got a lot of kids that you see it in pros and college, you see it in high school everywhere now. Kids, he's had opportunities to leave Magnolia for years and years and years. He didn't have to go anywhere to win. He brought the winning to us, and I'll be forever thankful for him.
What is his legacy? We know that as a freshman that he won a state championship, and I think the state of Arkansas saw how good he was as a freshman. Now as a senior to do it again, What's his legacy to the younger players at Magnolia?
He's a winner. That's what he does. He's a pro, not on the floor. He's a pro in what he does every single day. The way he lives, the way he acts. He's never late. He doesn't make mistakes, like mental mistakes. He's the perfect player. If you could draw a perfect player for a coach, I ain't talking about out there scoring 50 and being 6'9". The perfect player to coach is number 20, and I hope everybody in Magnolia has been paying attention that's younger than him.
You can see a lot of emotion that's coming out of you right now. It's been a long season. When you're the favorite, it's tough. Yeah. You got to grind it out every night. 29-0, a state championship. What's it mean to you?
I'm from Magnolia. I played there. My grandfather coached there. My dad coached there. Like you said, I got a lot of emotion right now. It's been tough. When you're undefeated and you get everybody's best shot, it's been tough. I'm proud for the town of Magnolia.
Coach, hey, congratulations, and go celebrate with your team.
Thank you.
That was Ben Lindsay. Now the MVP of this state finals is making his way over here. Darion Ford's making his way over. Darion, how are you, sir? That was fun, wasn't it?
Yes, it was a great experience. You know, I would have rather won this year than last year.
Yeah.
So I'm happy.
So Blytheville made a run at you there. You guys got up by as much as 10 points, and I think you guys even knew that they weren't going away.
We knew this was going to be a tough game. You know, it doesn't matter the score. Anybody could win this game, and we wanted to stay on top of our game. And we ended up making shots, and Devonte Walker made free throws, Adrian Walker made free throws, and Untitled made free throws. I made a free throw. So, you know, it was a team effort, and I'm just happy to be a part of this organization.
When they started to make the run, your coach decided to go four corners, put you at the high post. He says, it's your game to win or lose, and you went up there and won it for him. What were you seeing from their defense, and what was going through your mind at that point?
Just trying to pick my spots. You know, I knew this was going to be coming in different. You know, I knew the depth perception was going to be different. And, you know, just finding my spots and just being able to do something to help my team.
Darion, I got to ask you, I looked at your face after you had that dunk that you ended up getting fouled on. You just kind of put your head back, rolled your eyes like, I can't believe I missed that.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I was like, I missed the dunk. So.
Well, hey, congratulations. Hey, we're looking forward to seeing what you do in your college career, and just enjoy the rest of your high school season.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Darion Ford, as he is the MVP of today's game. And, boy, you couldn't ask for a nicer kid. Man. I mean, he really is.
Yeah, it's nice to see the good ones be humble, do the right things on and off the floor. I tell you what, I think we're going to be lucky. Of course, we live here in the state of Arkansas. We're going to get to watch that guy for at least 1 year.
Yeah.
Do some big things on the Hill. And, of course, he's joining an amazing signing class. But in the city of Magnolia, us as announcers, we got to see him play for 4 years. Pretty amazing.
Well, let's go look at some final stats on this one as really, Bobby, the stats I don't think do us justice for how good of a ball game it was. You know, overall, the shooting percentage is 38% to 46%. I can't believe that Magnolia did not make one three-point shot.
And if you look at that box score and you would have told Blytheville and their coaching staff before the game that was going to be the numbers, they're going to take that because they knew they were going to have a chance. They dominated the glass, a plus 19 advantage in the rebounds, but the turnovers. I mean, there was never really a number more important than that. 13 turnovers for Blytheville resulted in 19 points for the Panthers. That was huge. Ultimately, that's the difference.
45-26 on rebounds, and it was all Chickasaws. Usually when you see a number that high, Chickasaws would normally win that game, but the same goes for the turnovers.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Rashad Marshall's a stud. I mean, 6'9" for Blytheville. They're going to be back here next year because, well, you don't have D1 talent everywhere, and especially that size, that skilled in the paint.
Well, Bobby, it's been a great weekend. It's a great 3 days of basketball here in the Spa City as we've seen everything from Class 1A to Class 6A, and we've seen Razorbacks, Nick Smith Jr., Darion Ford. We've seen them all. It's been a lot of fun, and now we wrap it all up with a bow and get ready for baseball season.
Yeah, it's we've been spoiled this year. There's a lot of really elite talent in this state, boys and girls aside. We've been lucky to watch 12 really good games this weekend and looking forward to baseball, softball in a couple months in Benton.
Well, we can't say enough thank yous to all the crew at Arkansas PBS for everything that they've done over the last 3 days. Completely pro crew, and it takes, if anybody were to know, 20, 30, 40 people to get this production off the ground and send it all over the state of Arkansas. So we want to say thank you to all the folks at Arkansas PBS, Matt Johnson and Mason over in the truck clicking and ticking. They do everything back, as I always like to say. I want to say thank you to them. But most of all, thank you at home for watching these, because if it weren't for you guys, we wouldn't be able to do this and bring high school action across the state of Arkansas. So with that being said, We've got one more high school sport left, and that's baseball and softball, and we will be bringing that to you in May. So for Bobby Swafford, all the folks at Arkansas PBS, I'm RJ Hawk. Your final score in this one, Magnolia 59, Blytheville 56 for the 4A state championships. You've been watching the Centennial Bank High School Basketball State Championships on Arkansas PBS Sports.